testicles?
David Collado, 1 testicle. Me, 2 testicles. Ian Winton, 3 testicles.
Okay, so David Collada, when he's working tech, should definitely start testing the mic, saying 1 testicle.
1 testicle, 2 testicle.
David Collada, 1 testicle, 1 testicle. David Collada, 1 testicle.
I don't know if we should be talking.
He openly says it. He's pretty open about that, I think.
Yeah, he's cool about it.
Yeah.
We should get him on the podcast and ask him.
Yeah, I told him about on the last episode where you were fucking around about him paying for sex. He said, "Oh my god!" I said, "Dude, we totally clarified that we were just kidding." By the way, like he was just kidding because I was telling David because I was like, he kind of got me. Like I really did think that. I was like, for a second, I was like, really? And he was like, no, I'm just fucking around. Like, yeah, I was telling you like how fast you had to admit it because I was like, damn, okay.
He he doesn't offer that out to just anybody, dude. Oh, I should have done that on the mic.
Good old
Nice.
Davey Collada. I think he had a date last week or something like that.
I
He
think
was
so.
telling me about.
How'd it go? Did he tell you? Should we just air out all of David Collada's shit on this pod?
Yeah. I think it went good. And I think, well, you know what? All these David Collada has more than one lady in his life, I think, and I'm not going to talk about all of them.
Yeah, he's got his mom and his grandma,
Yeah.
and I think he's got a sister.
So if you think that you've got David Collada locked down, you just better remember that.
Dude, David Collada's a player. I mean, I'm always like,
Dude,
whenever we go out to bars with David, I'm like, he's just so quick to talk to girls, and like they're like charmed by him so quickly, and he's just such a goofy guy that you don't expect it from him.
Right. Well, he puts off like, really just like fun, happy-go-lucky guy, not like a real like bravado type of dude, more of a Bravo type of dude. No, I'm just playing.
Less bravado, more Bravo. That's
more
awesome.
Bravo channel.
Bravo.
Do you remember the Bravo channel?
I don't. I remember that it existed, but I never watched it.
So I'm pretty sure, and I might be wrong about this, that the Bravo channel was the LGBTQ plus
It's what Drag Race
channel.
came on?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Drag Race.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of that channel. Jamie, can you look that up for us?
Come on, Jamie.
Jamie, can you pull that up for me? I'm pretty sure that's what it was, though. And yeah, that's what like RuPaul's Drag Race came on, but also one of the greatest shows of all time, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, came on there.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
And you know what? Some people might say Drag Race is the best show of all time too, but also I think it's Buffy. Dude, I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Facebook for like the 3rd time I watched it because that was the only place I could find it.
I watched 3 full seasons of Drag Race for a girl, and I'll admit I got into it.
Dude, anything like that, you can really get into it, dude. It's just a show. And here's the thing, it's like, bro, you're not on there like, you know what I mean? It's not making you like Men in Burlesque to watch that. You know what I mean?
It didn't turn me gay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I watched 3
dude.
seasons of Drag Race. Sasha Velour is one of the best drag performers of all time, and I'll say that on the air. That doesn't make me gay.
Yeah. And it might actually make you more straight.
Dude, you killed it.
Yeah. But you're appreciative.
Oh, yeah.
You're appreciative. It's art.
I mean, I could have just sat there and just been like, the whole time, but...
Yeah.
You always have that option.
Well, here's the thing. So, I always talk about this when my dad was in prison. We had free reign over the remote. But also, my mom was there, and she wanted to watch what she wanted to watch sometimes. And she got to watch what she wanted to watch, too, because she had a little bit of control over the remote as well. So, we watched things like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I would watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians on my free time, dude. Yeah. That's a good fucking show.
My mom doesn't consume any media at all.
Really?
She's like, we got her to stop watching the news. Like, she would follow, like, the news cycle. She would watch CNN, watch Fox sometimes, but, like, she loved Robin Meade in the mornings, but we were like,
she's
Mom,
trying to figure out what's going on, dude.
She would always tell us, like, the worst shit she saw on the news that day. And we were like, Mom, this isn't good for you. Like, you need to stop. So we got her to stop, and we taught her how to use Netflix, but she doesn't use it.
Yeah, see, My mom, she kind of does a similar thing, but it's nothing to do with the news. It's more of who she found out died that day.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like, do you remember Jimmy? I'm doing a bad impression of my mom right now, but it's just funnier to do it like this. People love you, mommy. Yeah, it's like, you know Jimmy? Yeah, I know Jimmy. What about him? You know his grandma, Miss Melinda? Yeah, I know. Well, her sister died. Thanks for telling me someone I didn't know died, and like putting that on my mind. I already think most seconds of the day, like, dude, you could die.
Yeah.
This could all fucking just end.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the guardrail TikToks?
No, I haven't.
It's a guy. He just goes to different guardrails across the United States and just inspects them, because he lost his daughter in like a car accident because they hit a guardrail and like it wasn't installed properly. And he goes up to different guardrails and is like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. If someone hits this, they're gonna die. And it's everywhere in the United States, dude. Like, those guardrails don't do shit.
Props to that guy, and that's a fucking shitty situation to have happened to you. And that's why I'm about to say this next part. It is pretty crazy how something like that will happen to somebody's child, and then people get, like, really, like, advocacious about it.
Yeah.
Like going and inspecting guardrails. Dude, if my daughter died, you know what I'm doing? I'm staying home.
Yeah.
Taking a couple weeks off work. You know what's crazy too is like your daughter would die for sure, but you got to think about how many times you would probably still like jerk off that week after the fact. When you're that sad,
that's a crazy thing.
when you're that sad,
that's not
dude.
Where my
Every
mind was
time
going
I'm sad, I try to cheer myself up. You go for a little.
Sometimes you just gotta jerk it out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, not that you just like immediately like get hard because your daughter died. Not like that, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just more like when I'm sad, sometimes I like to make myself happy. And you know what? Sometimes afterwards, I feel sad.
Dude, I mean, I would hope you find the strength within yourself to rub one out after you lose a very close loved one like that. I mean, if you don't even have the energy to rub one out and you just fall into despair, you know, that's not good. You got to have people around you, have a good day, eat some nice food.
I find myself when I'm
in a nice jerk.
When I'm happy and in a good mood, I don't really do it that much. But if I'm in like low times, if I'm in a bad place in my life, I do fucking dastardly things, dude. I do dastardly things like pleasure myself, and you know what? It's okay to do sometimes. I'm not gonna hate on it completely, but also doesn't need to be done.
It's really not good for you. Like if you you know, it can be a part of your life, but I haven't been doing it lately, and I just feel a lot better. I'm more like focused in my goals, but it's hard to quit. And I'm not like off it forever. I'm just saying this is someone who hasn't watched it in 3 days and is feeling really proud about it.
Yeah. Well, I went to all those church camps, and like about like 3 months after each one of those church camps, you're always like, all right, I'm not jerking off anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to fucking give my life to God, and I'm not going to jerk off. But it just doesn't ever work out. It doesn't ever work out. You end up jerking off because you're horny and you're 14, dude.
Dude, yeah, at that point, just go nuts. You're good. Like, be normal. Like, watch normal shit, but, you know, you're good. Like, you're fine.
Watch whatever you want. Find out what you want.
Yeah.
Find out what you want in life, son.
Try a sampler.
Okay, I'm going to retract that statement because I realized what I just did there. Even though it was obviously a joke, I definitely just advocated for children to go watch whatever porn they wanted to, and that's not okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's not okay.
You're not 18. Don't.
It's very unfortunate that I grew up when the iPhone came out.
Dude, unfettered internet access did crazy things to the human race as a whole, but like...
Yeah, I remember for some reason before the smartphone, I never thought to look up a porn website.
Yeah, no, I was doing it. I was doing it on the laptop.
It wasn't me, but I know somebody in an area where me and all my brothers and cousins would have been looked up girls on the toilet peeing, attempting to see some naked ladies, some exposed ladies, and the adults found out because they just went to Google something and it showed below girls sitting on toilet peeing. Pretty hilarious. It wasn't me though, I promise. I promise it wasn't me. I know who it was actually, and I'm not going to call him out for it, but it's hilarious. We've already narrowed it down to too many suspects.
Too many suspects.
We already narrowed it down to too many suspects.
Yeah. We know who did it.
But it's too good of a story to not tell. You gotta, like, that is funny. That's hilarious. Girls sitting on the toilet peeing. Because that's an actual porn that somebody watches, probably.
Dude, one time, my mom was out of town for the weekend, and I had the house to myself. And I didn't have, like, a car or anything yet. So I just set up, like a jerk-off dungeon.
Fuck yeah.
I just set up, like I took every screen in my house into the living room and just jacked it to like 8 different videos at once. And then afterwards I felt so bad I got kind of religious for a second.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Parents aren't home. That's lotion night in the bathtub.
That's when you sin.
You sit in the bathtub and you get the lotion out and you're just like, dude, it's about to be a fucking mess in this motherfucker, dude. We're about to go crazy. I'm talking about like bathtub with no water in it. Just you're in there strictly for the easy cleanup and the isolation. And then you always think like you hear somebody come in. You think you hear somebody come. Did somebody come home? Somebody better not come home. Oh yeah, and that's a volume up night too.
Volume up.
Volume up.
Off.
You don't have to like halfway through, like when you think that something good's going on, turn it up one time and hold it up to your ear. Mm-mm. You don't have to do that.
Butt naked.
Mm-mm.
It's my favorite part of living alone.
Yeah, dude, I bet that is nice. That has got to be nice. I've got to fucking get my own place. I want my own place. Like, getting a roommate would be... I've actually got a live-in situation that could possibly happen with me and my brothers, which is pretty cool. But I think that's going to take a while.
Yeah, that's real.
I think it's going to take a while before that happens.
Don't want to be waiting on brothers.
Yeah, dude, it's just like I've got a lot of stuff that I want to do. And I mean, obviously...
Like jerking off.
Well, I mean, look, I got this job, and a lot of my comedy and stuff's down here. I don't mind. Obviously, I don't mind making the drive. I'll still go home on weekend, like on Sundays or something like that, and go to my grandma's house for lunch.
Oh, you'd be staying with...
That's no problem with me. But I need to get somewhere closer to here, because waking up at 5 in the morning to be at work for 9 is fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, this is where your money's at.
Driving an hour and a half to work is fucking insane.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
It's not ideal. Now, granted, I do have a job where I can make it definitely worth my while.
It does force you to, like, it forces you to whip up pretty fast. Like, whip into shape pretty fast. But you don't want to stay doing it.
I don't, and not that I don't want to give them my time, obviously, because I work for them, but I don't like dedicating that much of my time to something that is not what I really, really, really want to do, which is comedy and podcasting. Like, share, and subscribe, so that way I can live out my dreams. Cameron, too. We're going to live out
we need it. We need it bad.
Like, share, and subscribe, you fucking asshole.
Like and subscribe!
You fucking... There's a couple of you guys that do real good at viewing. There's one guy that likes all of them, and I'm pretty sure it's either me or Cam.
What are you talking about? We got thousands of fans all over the country.
Yeah, we're just waiting for them to be awoke. They're all sleeper agents.
Guys, stop telling me to go on tour. I'm not going on tour yet. I'm working stuff out on the home front. Dude, we know California, Canada, Toronto. You want to see us, but keep leaving those comments below. We're going to get to them eventually, but it's probably going to be more like a year.
Yeah, Cameron's not going on tour, but I am. And you can see me live in Kyiv, Ukraine, Taiwan, and the South China Sea, and also the Gaza Strip. You can come and see me at those places do comedy if you dare.
It's called the Bombs from Above tour, because he's going to be bombing the whole time.
It's going to be called Active Duty Combat Tour. That's what it's going to be called. That's what my tour dates are going to be.
I was just trying to relate it back to, like...
the active duty combat tour. Why has no one ever fucking named a comedy tour that? The active duty combat tour.
Just go. I mean, that's called the U.S. Open. USO is where you go when you want to perform overseas.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm just like a regular like comedy tour. Like you end up in Indianapolis and Milwaukee and shit like that, and it's just called the active duty combat tour.
Yeah, I did a tour in Egypt.
Yeah,
Cairo.
hey, look. Other comedians, don't steal that idea. We're gonna do a small guys tour. Yeah, next year we're gonna call it the active duty combat tour.
By the time this podcast is out, it's already gonna be copyrighted. We've already got it.
I'm gonna talk to my brother, who's a lawyer. You fuck weasels. So don't you fucking even try.
You hear that, guys?
Don't
you hear that, guys that keep reposting our content? This guy's brother is a lawyer, so watch out.
He's a fucking lawyer.
We're coming after all you TikTok accounts that make millions of dollars just reposting our shit. We see you.
Do you even know what a fucking Esquire is? Dumbass. What about an equestrine? What about Equifor?
They're too quiet. They're not even leaving comments or anything right now. That's crazy. You're too scared. You're too scared to comment.
You're too scared. That started sounding like we were talking like on Ghost Adventures when they talk to the demons on there. You're scared. You're a pussy. Have you ever watched those shows?
Yeah.
Where they'll get like a demonic one and then they'll be like, you're a fucking pussy, dumbass. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, did the ghost say that?
No, they say that to the ghost. They're like, get the fuck.
You're a fucking pussy ass bitch, ghost.
You fucking
swing
pussy.
On me, you won't.
I bet your favorite band sucks, dumbass.
Just negging the girl from the ring.
They do a lot of that. That's what they do. Ooh, wait. Ah, damn it. It's just an advertiser.
Ooh.
Dude, that's...
Stuck on the apps, baby.
Yeah, dude, and I deleted them, and now I have 2 of them. I deleted them for a long time, and I felt really good about myself. But you know what? I haven't been feeling good about myself. So you know what I do? I indulge. I try to find opportunities where I can.
Yeah, I still have the apps. I'm just trying to go into it with an energy where I respect myself.
Right.
I respect my own time. I respect my energy.
It's just so hard to be real on the app. Like, not real on the apps. Like, I'm not talking about, like, the bio and the pictures and shit. But, like, it's hard to be, like, you're not going to get me by looking at my Tinder profile. You're just not. You're not going to get the full effect.
It all comes down to how you talk.
When you meet me in person, it's a little different, dude. It's a little different because you might think I'm just every other guy, but if you fucking walked up to me in person, you'd realize that I'm a rock star. I'm like a viper and a chameleon had a baby. And that's how I roll.
Okay, what's his name? Fucking Eastbound and Down.
Oh, well, the character's name's Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers, yeah.
The actor, Danny McBride.
Danny McBride, the fucking legend, dude. I love Danny McBride. That guy could play Kanye West.
Saint Danny McBride. Dude, Danny McBride as Kanye West.
Probably could have been one of the greatest things we ever had.
And Sam Hyde as Kim Kardashian. Write it up.
Write it up.
Write it up, folks. Put it on Saturday Night Live. What a gangster. Dude.
What a fucking killer, dude.
Righteous Gemstones is fire. I saw Foot Fist Way the other day on there, and I was like, man, I'm not going to watch it tonight.
I've never seen it.
Foot Fist Way is a pretty good one. It's on HBO Max right now. It's one of his first movies, I think. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's probably talking about April's titties right there. April's big cannons.
Do you know anyone who just doesn't listen to music? Like in their car?
So that was me. I've been listening to a little more music lately, but I do listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Folks, that's why we do this. This is for the love of the game. All right?
We're here for fun.
I'm a student
We're
of the
here
game.
for fun and games that make us money.
this looked like something all the guys that I want to be like do. So I'm doing it.
Have you noticed I've been spreading this whole podcast? I've been just manspreading to the camera the entire time. That's an assertion of dominance. See, if I had both hands free, I would be making my power triangle. I would be...
Fucking intimidating as I'm peacocking.
Hell yeah.
Put my foot up on the table.
Yeah, dude. We out here. Oh, power move.
Fucking power move.
Boom.
I'm feeling real powerful tonight, dude. I was casted out from somewhere tonight.
Dude, you got
I was
put down.
I was expelled off of a comedy. No, I want to keep it wide open.
Oh yeah.
I want to make sure they can see my
well,
man.
I'm kind of got like a straight line to the camera here.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to show off the beanbags here.
Hell yeah.
I got the fucking good pants on.
Got those pitbull balls.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Mr. Worldwide over here.
Dude, I saw a video the other day of a dog jumping into a car. They're like, "Let's go, bud."
Now I'm Mr. Worldwide.
He jumps up into the car and he leaves like a trail of cum on the side of the car door. The dog.
Dude, dogs coming up everywhere is pretty funny. We trained my dog to not hump shit.
That's important.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
we
very
did,
important
so we
skill to
didn't have to
teach a
get
dog.
him. So he still got his balls. He doesn't have to be neutered or anything, but he doesn't hump shit. Now, obviously, we caught him a couple times.
Yeah.
And
He still got the urges.
You know, you just give him a little pat on the nose. Once he got older, he didn't really do it. You know, he'd get his bed or something like that.
Yeah.
Grab it up.
He knows what's up.
He never tried to get us though.
Yeah, no, that's not. If you're letting your dog hump you, you're consenting.
Okay. So, my parents' dog, Sunny, she's a female. But when my parents are laying on the couch, she will crawl up on their arm that they're not laying on. And she will fucking she's spayed and everything. And she will fucking hump their arm for a while.
Yeah, no, cats hump.
And
girl cats hump.
Well, this is a dog.
Oh, fuck. I was thinking about...
This is a small dog.
I was thinking about my story. Sorry.
No, you're good. It is a small dog, and that thing fucking... I mean, it fucking gets after it for... I've told him, when I see it, I'm like, hey, that's fucking weird. Don't let her do that. Why are you... Dude, she stops eventually.
Ugh.
Dude, no, dude.
Ugh.
Y'all should have, fucking nipped that in the bud a long time. I don't want to see the dog humping my dad.
Dude, also, yeah, like a dog. I think being worse than being humped by a dude dog, by a boy dog, is having a girl dog rub its pussy on your arm, dude. That's awful.
And there's usually a shirt or a blanket over this whole situation, but also it's still she's using the
even
ladies
still
ladies are real
that's her
prisoners.
humping blanket.
Ladies are real prisoners to pressure, just like men. Just like when you get home and you just fucking smash your bird right into the mattress.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
And it feels pretty good. It's not like a completely sexual thing, but it just happened. You're like, oh, that's awesome.
Energy
Ladies
release.
do the same thing with pillows and shit, dude. And so it reverts over to the dog world because we all know ladies and dogs are so closely related.
Cat world too.
Yeah.
Cats, dude. I had a cat. I went to my friend's house. My first time at their house. Their cat's like, oh yeah, our cat's super friendly, super chill. Our cat's the best cat. And when they say that, there's a 50% chance that it's actually an awesome cat. The other half the time, it's just a normal cat that's really fucking horny. And there was this girl cat, and she was sitting in my lap, and I was petting her and talking to my friend, and I look over, and I'm like, oh, this cat is just fully humping my leg. It had its arms around my leg like this, and it was just grinding up on it. And I was like, oh, that's not that cat's not chilling in my lap. That cat's Netflix and chilling in my lap.
Yeah.
That cat's here to bone.
Hey man, you might have something there.
Hey,
you might could take that to the stage. You might get that cat's not chilling in my lap. That cat's Netflix and chilling.
No, that was terrible.
No, dude, that could get
not
a laugh,
good.
dude. That could get a laugh.
Dude, something you thought it was humorous?
Yeah, dude, I thought that could be good for the stage, dude. This cat wasn't chilling in my lap. It was
Oh, this is a
and chilling
femur.
in my
I was thinking
lap.
about the humerus. I was trying to make a bone pun.
Fucking bones, dude. Ugh. Did I tell? Oh,
You had me thinking
so
I
I
was on a
told
roll
you.
there.
I told you this at Comedy House that Joe Rogan struck a chord with me when he was talking to David Blaine
Oh yeah.
about diet, and it made me really think about it. So your body is constantly regenerating cells, you know, and how we get those cells is through our food. How the fuel goes to regenerate those cells through our food. So if you're eating a bunch of dog shit, you quite literally become dog shit. You quite literally become what you eat.
Yeah. You are what you eat.
And so when you eat a bunch of processed foods and shit like that, that's how we all get cancer.
Yeah.
It really fucks me up. Like, I think our country's fucking, it's crazy. Like, we're the only country that really does that.
I want to be made of sushi. I want to be made of sushi and good, like, Mediterranean food.
Tell you what it doesn't do. It doesn't make me want to eat ass.
Hey.
Doesn't want to make...
Doesn't make me able to stop farting.
Not at all. I don't want to become beans, I'll tell you that.
Dude, you don't want to talk to a person that's all beans.
Beans. You know, dude, all beans?
Dude, don't talk to him. He's all beans.
All beans, no greens?
Dude, that's how I feel when I talk to, like, macaroni and chicken nugget people.
Yeah.
They are different people.
Jennings is all beans.
Jennings
might be all beans. Shout out Jennings.
Jennings is at least 60% bean.
He kind of favors beans from the Even Stevens show. Dude, what a good show. That's the best intro to a show, I think, ever.
Ooh, the claymation? Yeah.
Yeah, with the lightsabers and shit, dude.
Good animation.
Well, dude, they fucking did that up. Beans is such a good character, too. Especially in the Even Stevens movie. When he pulled out that refrigerator drawer and his suitcase was just full of beans. Hilarious.
Killer.
Fucking hilarious.
Set the stage for
I
the
laughed
next
my
20 years
ass
of
off
comedy.
all night about beans. Having the beans.
It really did set the stage. Dude, did you see the guy that filled his computer with beans and then hired a computer repairman?
I did. That's
Dude, it's the same.
Funny.
It's the same. Just a beans is funny. Being a bean, having a bunch of beans in a situation where you shouldn't have beans.
Good for your heart. The more you eat,
the more you fart.
Beans are the musical fruit. The more you eat,
the more you toot.
Dude, my grandpa used to hit me with that every time we'd go over to my grandma's house to eat. My mom's dad, he'd go, beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart.
I really honestly thought that sentence.
Beans, they're good, whatever the fruit, the more you eat, the more you toot.
I really thought that sentence was going to end. Damn. I lost it. That's all right.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
I really thought that sentence was going to end with, my dad used to hit me, period. That's where I was going with it. There it is.
Boom. Now, you know what? And it might have been a problem, and some people maybe thought I didn't really get many physical punishments in my life.
I did not either.
Not very many. There was threats, obviously, like any fucking well-raised child gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're in church, your dad might pinch your ear if you're fucking off too hard. You know? And I don't think that's abuse. I think that's kind of just like, hey, quit fucking off in church.
Yeah. Be good. This is the Lord's house. Be on your best behavior.
Yeah, well, it's just there's people there that are really trying to worship the Lord and stuff. And not that I wasn't. It's just I was a kid. When you're a kid and you're in church, you're not really just like, you're not in there for the Lord. You're in there because you have to be. Because your mom woke you up that morning and combed the fuck out of your hair and tortured you with a blow dryer and shit.
Yeah, we were Catholic. And then my dad got divorced and got the church to say that they were never actually married.
That's fire.
Pretty dope. So
I was about to say it's not fire, but it's pretty fire.
When
you
I was
can convince somebody to do something for you, it's pretty awesome.
When I was 19 years old, I became a bastard legally.
Damn,
that's real.
Cam Snow.
Not legally,
No
but in
way.
the eyes of the Catholic Church, which is basically used to be the same thing. I want to pop my shoes off. I want to pop my puppies out.
Dude, you'd be what would a bastard from the Bay Area be? The like your last name, on Game of Thrones, Jon Snow. He's
Oh,
a
the
bastard from the
Ladners?
north.
The Ladners have a family lore. Let me tell you about that. Holy shit. Dude, yeah, we're one of the old families. We'd be like the fucking, what is it, the Northmen. The northern people.
Oh, you'd be more of a northern person?
We'd be more like the Starks. Because the Starks were all, like, inbred. They were rural.
The Starks weren't inbred, dude.
You're right, they weren't.
Because they were royal.
There was inbreeding, not in the royal family.
Right. Up in
But
the north.
in that in that zone.
Dude, their bannermen were fucking banging their cousins. I understand what you mean.
But yeah, I don't have much on my mom's side of my family, but on my dad's side, I know that we come from, like, Cajuns. Like, originally came down from France, but we lost all our accent. My grandparent, my grandma, and all my cousins, they got, like, the real thick, deep Southern Mississippi accent. Like, real. Some of them from South I-10. From South I-10, you can't really tell what they're saying.
Dude, I can.
You gotta fucking yeah, I know you can, but
I can discern.
I mean, my Uncle Guy took some translating, but my dad didn't have the accent growing up, and one day I asked him, I was like, Dad, why don't you have the accent? What you got?
Oh no! You can go ahead and finish it. I was gonna say something about accents after.
I was asking my dad why he got the accent, and he was like, "Yeah, I went to college, and everyone made fun of me for talking Southern, so I made an effort to, like, get rid of my accent," which I think kind of a cowardly move.
Yeah.
But I mean, I only say that because I wish I had a thick Mississippi accent. Love you, Dad.
Accents that I'm like akin to, you know what I mean? So like a Scottish accent, Irish accent. I can understand Southern accent, obviously.
It does get looked upon.
But when, like, I was at a Subway the other day, and I don't know what this is, maybe it's like a cultural investment plan. There's a lot of, and I don't want to get this wrong because they could be Pakistani too, but I think they were more Indian from what I could tell. And I've just noticed there's a lot of Indian people that own and run Subways now.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a pretty valid path now. Like, it's just in that area you get the opportunities. So, like, there are so many, like, little, like, you get experience running food from, like, stalls. There's so much, like, street food and, like, just food in India that, like, they just have more restaurants than we do.
Well, I thought this one Indian girl was actually that was working at the Subway was hitting on me, but I couldn't understand her, really. And it wasn't really her accent. I think it was kind of just like she was talking quiet plus the accent.
Yeah.
And I have bad hearing also. Well, not super bad hearing, but it was bad enough to where I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Like, it took us a little bit to make my sandwich.
Yeah.
And she's made my sandwich before. I think we were both a little nervous. I think we were both just a little nervous. I was a little nervous to be in there ordering my sandwich, and she was a little nervous. Maybe she was a little turned on by me. I don't know. Maybe she wasn't.
Yeah, you just gotta listen hard.
She asked me what I did for a living. She said, "You sell cars?" And I was like, "That was like the one thing I understand." And I was like, "Yeah, I sell cars." And I don't know why I just gave her a little bit of a Mexican accent right there, but
that's all right, dude. Having a little bit of an accent just gives you, like, really the best excuse because you have to be an active listener.
Yeah,
and it makes you look more attractive when you're, like, actively.
I've always thought
looking forward.
It would be pretty fire to be like a guy with a wife, like, just an English speaking guy like me. I mean, obviously this woman would be speaking English too, but to have, like, be American with, like, an Irish wife.
Yeah.
And she's, like, raising your kids with a fucking Irish accent, and that shit's fire, dude. That shit would get me pretty riled up.
Oh man, there's probably a 0 chance that she'll listen to this, but really, like, someone who I consider to be, like, I could have explored that connection with that person more was the girl that worked at my local gas station when I was in college. I had a roommate, Chris, and there was a gas station that sold blunt wraps, like, right next, like, 3 houses down from our house. Mm-hmm. And I just go out there, get some incense sticks, get a honey bun, get a Gatorade and some blunt wraps, and that was be like the end of my day.
Yeah.
And there was the cutest fucking Pakistani girl who worked there. Her name was Jasmine. Shout out Jasmine. And I moved away after I dropped out. And my friend Chris called me, and we were just chatting. And he was like, "Oh, by the way, Jasmine asked about you. She asked where you went." I told him you moved.
Her name was Jasmine?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I actually don't know if it was I might be thinking about Aladdin, and which
that's what
is
I
my
was
fault,
thinking.
but still,
I was like,
hey, if you heard that and still want to talk to me, hit me up.
did you go there and gas up her flying carpet for Cam?
No, I actually didn't buy any gas there because I didn't have a car at the time. Actually, I did, but I didn't get gas there. But the gas, they had a deal. They didn't actually make any money off the gas. They only made money off the stuff they sold inside. They had like some deal with the place. I don't know what it was, but they only made money off of what they sold inside. So I would just go in there and buy stuff.
You and Justin
As
Trudeau.
soon as she told me that, I never got gas from there again. I was like, they're ripping off this family.
Yeah.
The love of my life is getting ripped off by some gas company.
You and Justin Trudeau were fighting over the flying carpet pump at the gas station.
We
Arabian Nights. Y'all were going to an Arabian Nights Mardi Gras ball.
No, he actually walked up to me and ripped it out of my hands. He said, "I got a Halloween party to go to."
Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated or you can't drive your truck. How about that? Are you vaccinated enough to be flying that carpet? There you go. That's the tagline we were looking for.
You're going to get pulled over and be like,
Fuck Canada.
fuck Canada.
Fuck Canada. How about no Canada?
Not for me.
Obama out.
And that's on Canada.
The only look, I'm not gonna say fuck Canada completely because
I've never been.
Obviously fans of the podcast know I'm a huge Trailer Park Boys fan, and then Boys is up there in Canada. That's where they do their thing at. So shout out to them. You know, but that's old Canada. Old Canada was cool. Last 2 or 3 years, Canada, dude, y'all are just not as American as I want y'all to be, and that's fucked.
Shout out Letterkenny.
Letterkenny's good too. I
Letterkenny's
didn't finish Letterkenny because I lost the Hulu account and then I lost interest. But I've got Hulu again now. I might give it a scroll maybe.
Dude, Canada gave us Seth Rogen. You know that's actually how his name is pronounced? I just found that out recently.
Talking about Seth Rogen, the movie guy?
Yeah. It's pronounced
Really?
Rogen. I just found that out.
And he just goes Rogan. He probably did that because of Rogan.
I think he just let people
Or
pronounce
let
it
people
however
pronounce
was
it
easiest.
wrong, and it was probably like, fuck it. It's kind of the same as his too.
Dude, let's get some foot action on the camera. That's crazy.
If you want to see it with the sock off, join Patreon.
That's Patreon only.
Patreon only.
That's all the free guys are getting.
Well, you know, my good friend and fan of the podcast, Dalton Kylo, once told me these sage words. It's not gay if you have your socks on.
And that's on Ja.
Yeah, and he knows he has lesbian moms.
Hey, they take their socks off. Dude, I bet lesbian moms always
Yeah.
go barefoot all the time.
Yeah, that is a real barefoot activity, being lesbian moms.
Walking out in the garden,
Yeah.
pruning. Oh, I bet they have like a great just a great spice garden. They got basil growing. They got. Oh, were they not?
Not really, no. They're not.
That's just how I imagine lesbian moms. You just grow up in like a garden.
They don't have garden. They don't have a garden, I'll say that.
What was their thing?
They liked playing cards and watching wrestling.
Oh, that's dope. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, that's an equally dope kind of having two moms.
Yeah. So that's what we would do.
I would say even better. Like,
so we would hang out after work in Dalton Shed, play some 2K. You know, damage a couple brain cells.
definitely good.
And
Masculine influences.
Some nights we would. Well, they wouldn't be with us when we were doing that.
Yeah, but they were still influencing.
We would go in there and we'd play cards with them, and his grandma lived with them too. And she was always my card partner, his grandma. Rest in peace, Granny. And she was fucking awesome, dude. She helped me win so many times. Dude, we kicked their ass.
Hell yeah, Granny.
Cause she knew how to run game, dude. She knew how to run game on them folks. She'd been playing cards with them for a while.
I'm probably gonna see my granny pretty soon. She just moved back from Hawaii. I haven't seen her since she moved.
A while. Yeah. How did that move go?
Well, I don't think anyone's like happy right now. Like everyone's mad at each other. We got some real kooks in my family. But we're making it through. Granny's back home. Granny's with her grandkids. She's happy. I mean, she lived in Hawaii for years, and now she's moving back to Mississippi right as winter's starting. So this is going to be her first winter in a long time, so that might be hard on her.
Yeah. And you know what? It does suck that she didn't live in Hawaii for the rest of her life, but also she did get to live in Hawaii for a long time,
She got to live in Hawaii
right?
for a long time.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got the dude. She's had her day in the sun in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, she was in her husband was like one step below a vice admiral in the Navy, so like she had a fucking good run. She had a good life.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They were throwing dinner parties. They were mixing and mingling. They had a house. They had a house
doing the foxtrot and stuff, or whatever old people did.
Yeah, they used to have a house
when they were young. I've always thought about that.
Going to sock hops.
Yeah, I've always thought about that. I think I would be better in the old step. You know what I mean? Better at dancing like old people, or how they used to dance,
like a line dance. Next podcast, we're gonna learn how to line dance.
You just do something like that, or like
it was easy back then.
Like 70s hippie dancing, kinda. 70s hippie dancing, that's easy.
Yeah, it's easy to feel like you're good at dancing when black people aren't in the room.
Yes. Hey, sometimes I've seen a couple guys, and this might be going back to processed foods, that I'm a little better than.
Yeah, that's real. Not everyone's good at it. I mean, it's
I was about to say
stereotype.
I was about to say, here's the thing: it's a stereotype, and it's a fun one, I guess. It's not. It's harmless. Would you say it's harmless?
I wouldn't say any stereotype is necessarily harmless, but I don't know. If you're like, oh yeah, we're good at dancing, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing to have.
You'd have to be really homophobic for you to get mad about someone saying you're good at dancing.
Yeah,
that's what that'd have to be.
I mean, like I've seen every race hit the quan hard as hell, and like nail that shit. So I've seen every race do some crazy, dope dancing that I can't do. And maybe that's just because of New York City.
Dude, there's nothing that a Yugoslavian can do that I can't do. And I'll take that to the fucking grave. Fuck Yugoslavians.
We need to get a Chechnyan breakdancer on the
podcast
next
now,
time.
Chechnyans are different. Chechyans
are a different breed, dude.
Dude, you don't want to fuck with the Chechnyans. He says, Chechnya, we smash.
Yeah.
Smash.
Dude, you're gonna...
I get everybody.
You're gonna get a bottle broken over your head, and he's not gonna stop dancing.
Yeah. I was going to say German, but I thought about those neat little dances that they do. The Russians pretty much invented fucking Kronk.
This is a really good time to talk about this because there's a Russian battleship on the screen right now.
Fuck, yeah, dude. The USSR.
Whatever it is. I think it's American, actually. I don't know what it is.
I was going to say USS is just for the United States ships, and I just put R at the end of it.
USSR. Well, yeah, the USSR was a country for a little bit.
Yeah, you hear that, Putin? You
Not
lost it.
anymore. And you're not getting it back.
And I heard you died twice last week off of a fucking Twitter account, and only one of them. So we're looking for you, dude. We're not gonna let them do what they did with Osama with you, Putin. We're not just gonna let them throw you into the ocean.
No. So
We're gonna see the real pictures.
I've been working at a specific comedy club for a little while,
Yeah.
and I want to do as much as I can. I want to help as much as I can. And I want to like learn skills while I'm doing this job, because it's taking me away from comedy a little bit.
Right.
Working at the comedy club is awesome. You're mingling with comics, but you're not doing as much stand-up because you're working on nights when there are open mics. So I'm like, hey, I've been on this kick where I want to learn how to bartend. So I've been asking, I've been making the occasional, show drink while I'm working.
Right.
And the other night I asked, I was like, hey, can I make myself a show drink? Because it was like we were done. We were wrapped up. And the bar manager says to me, yeah, but I just wanted to make it clear to you that you're not going to work bar here. Like, anytime soon. Don't expect it.
Right.
And the owner of the club was there, and she was like, hey, don't listen to her. But I think it probably means that I'm not going to work on bar anytime soon. But
you know what?
However, I do want to keep making show drinks.
I was about to say,
because I want
dude.
to learn how to bartend and take that skill somewhere else. But it did feel kind of shitty to be like shot out of the sky like that. Because I had just ran the whole house by myself. There was no one. It was just me on both door and in tech. So I was doing a lot of different jobs, and I kind of did pretty good that night.
Some people are a little greedy with workplace environment as far as it goes, how they think everything should go, because they want everything to just go smoothly for them and what they want to do, kinda, or what benefits them, and sometimes that gets in the way of your coworkers. So instead of everybody getting some of the spread, it gets funneled towards one place, and it's very miserable existence to have.
Yeah, it's definitely
And I hope that whoever does that gets better.
I mean, I love everyone who works there, and I love especially the bar manager because she's a sweetheart.
I like everybody that works there too. Yeah, but yeah, that kind of stuff that sucks. That sucks. Obviously, people can be really cool and be sometimes kind of shitty, but that was kind of a fucking shitty way to put it.
It's all right. We're riding high. I'm doing photography for Hell Yes Fest.
Yeah, dude, look.
I'm getting paid a nice little penny for that.
Fuck, leave the bartending up to the ladies anyways, dude. We're fucking up right now, son. Up as hell.
And I know why the bar manager said that. It's because I don't got guns. I need to be ripped and shredded. I gotta at least be bulky. At the very least, because the whoever else is working the bar, they're at least bulky.
Yeah. Yeah. At least bulky.
But hey, I'm not filling out this shirt. I can admit it.
You know, you might not have the 24-inch pythons like Ric Flair to qualify to work the bar. Well, the thing is, you do have to work.
I thought there was gonna be a butt there.
You do have to work the bar with your shirt off. So I mean, you can't just go out there with like regular guy body out there, man. You do have to be you have to be more of a statute person, like some of the people that they put back there. I mean, like, cause it's just a bunch of ripped, jacked, hot guys that work the bar at that place.
Like
pretty
David?
much beside, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I am definitely the scrawniest.
Out of the whole bunch, it gotta be.
Yeah, I couldn't even win a fight against Tammy.
Well, Ben's Ben's got such nice legs. Like it's a shame he's behind the bar because you can't really see what's really working for him. You know what I mean? Like he's all right up top or whatever.
We need to put a mirror back there to really show off his prowess.
I thought about that today. You know, they always have the mirror behind like the shelved liquor and stuff. I wonder if that's so that way bartenders can see if someone's looking at their ass while they're doing the cash register.
Oh, that's real. I mean, it's also so you can look at their ass while they're serving you at the bar. That's really when you get their money.
Two-way. It's a two-way street.
Yeah, if you're too
right.
scared to make eye contact with them, you can always just look at their butt.
Well, because the reason I noticed it is because I was at a place tonight and I was checking rear, and then I realized that mirror was right there, and I was like, "Let me not check rear.
Let me not check rear.
Let me not check rear in case that's
It's
what
important
that's
to be aware
for."
of mirrors when you're trying to check rear.
Dude, don't check rear mirrors. You know what? It's really hard to not do. Checking rears in public is not, and it's not even in like a ooh look at that ass type of thing. It's just kind of like you want to see what everybody's packing.
Yeah, you know, you're observing.
Ugh. Folks, I don't know if you can tell or not. I don't think we've disclaimed this yet. Disclosed this.
We've had a full day of work.
It is literally like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
What time? I've got
1:33 a.m.
It's almost 2 in the morning.
We've both had a long day.
I've been up since 5 a.m. And I worked a long day.
Dude, you've been up since 5?
Yeah.
Go the fuck to sleep, dude.
No, dude, I'm fine. I'm
yeah,
fine.
I knew you had been up since 5, but it didn't really register in my brain until just now.
Yeah, until it was 1:33.
Yeah.
I feel fine, and you know what? I signed up for this. I said, you know what? I'll have enough energy to do it because I wasn't used in comedy tonight in any way, shape, or form. Even though I was supposed to be. I'm sorry. I would like to apologize. I'm gonna take this time to apologize.
Whoa, this is not scripted. This is not planned.
I want to apologize to anybody that could have possibly came to the show that I was supposed to be on Thursday night and the show that I was supposed to be on tonight. I did not know that the guy running the show was going to be such a fucking crybaby about me missing the Thursday show because I was selling my first vehicle, and I told him before the show, hey man, running behind, I'm in the middle of a car deal, this could be a while. And you know what? Still got really pissed about it. I apologized after the fact because I really did feel bad. I wanted to do your show. I told you that. I wanted to do your show. I had wrote jokes for your show. I wrote jokes for your show to do. And I thought they were going to be great. It was going to be a good time. Didn't end up getting to do it. And then what do? You just take me off the lineup for your Saturday show without telling me. It's fine. I understand you don't want to do business with me after that fact. That's fine. But, hey, if you're going to do any kind of business, do good business. Text me and say, look, man, it's okay. I'm just going to not book you on anything anymore. That's cool. I'll accept that. And guess what I'll do? Still talk to you at other places and stuff. Because you're a pretty cool dude or whatever. It's fun to talk to you and shit, and shoot the shit. But it's kind of like, what the fuck, dude? It's kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Honestly. You know what I mean? Just, like, I understand you're a little pissed about it, but cool the fuck down and let's talk, dude. We'll talk about it.
He might have had a chip on his shoulder because I also canceled on him. I texted him at 4 a.m. the morning of the show when I found out. When I remembered that I had worked that day, I could have told him a week in advance. I could have told him about 4 days in advance, but I chose to text him at 4 a.m. the morning of the show, which is not good on me. However, can't hold that against my boy Crockett. We are separate entities. We work separately.
Now, I'm sure it seemed a little suspicious that both me and Cam pulled out of this show. But it was, I haven't seen this guy in a week and a half, probably.
Yeah, we really see each other mostly when we're doing the pod now.
Yeah, when we're doing the pod, we saw each other. I went to a comedy show. The great and powerful David Lucas was performing somewhere in the city, and we went and watched him and hung out around there and shit. And it was a good time. It was good, but that was the last time I saw him.
Also, shout out David Lucas for coming to New Orleans and buying me a steak. That was dope. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, dude. Shout out just for the conversation. We got some pretty. I got some pretty good notes from what he was talking about and stuff. A lot of the game secrets and stuff when it comes to comedy.
Yeah, and we're gonna be incorporating those
don'ts
into what we've got going on right now.
Yeah, dude.
You maybe you'll see them.
He gave us the secrets. He taught us how to fool all the Jews. No,
I just spilled water all over my shirt as you said that. I hope the camera got that. That's
yeah,
great.
let's talk about the water on the shirt. Not
what Crockett just said about the Jews.
It does suck getting water in your shirt. A guy at my work had stuff on his shirt today, all day, because his cup leaked. Pretty crazy.
And that's why I keep an extra in the car.
Yeah, I think he went and changed it up.
I got a whole outfit in my car just in case. Underwear included.
You got to.
You have to have spare underwear in your car.
Spare undies are
It's
essential.
necessary. You have to have spare underwear in your car.
You never know when you might shit your pants.
Doesn't matter who you are, how strong you think your bowels are. If you don't have a car, keep a backpack on you. What's in the backpack? Nothing except for underwear.
I don't think I've ever told this story on the podcast before, but one time, this was early into me coming to New Orleans for comedy, and I was coming down here to do an open mic, and it was a Sunday, and on Sundays we go eat lunch at my grandma's. Now, historically, on Sundays, I have pretty watery shits from eating at my, and it's all good food. It doesn't make me feel sick. That's just how my shits come out. You know what I mean? They're not like hot or nothing like that. It's just what happens when I eat at my grandma's. And so I was driving down to New Orleans, and this is something that I can do, and I usually do. I'm sorry if this grosses anybody out, but I'm the type of guy, if I've got to piss really bad, I've got to piss really bad. You know what I mean? And I want to take care of that as soon as possible.
You gotta go.
So what I did was I was pissing in a cup. And while I was pissing, and this is going to sound disgusting as fuck, but I don't care. I think it's a good story.
As long as you don't take a sip out of the cup, I'm cool with where the story's going.
I'm pissing in a cup, and I get a mid-piss fart. And I let it loose because, you know, that was fucking fantastic. And it was a bit of sharp.
Got a little too comfortable.
Now, beyond further inspection, none of it had breached or hit my underwear. But I couldn't just walk up to Comedy House to go to the bathroom and clean the rest of it up yet because I didn't know how much of a mess it could make. So I had these interior car detailing wipes that were all dried up in my back seat.
Oh.
And I took and this is like sitting down in my car did this. Did a couple swipes of like 3 of them.
Yup.
Threw it in a fucking fast food bag I had.
There it goes.
Put it in an outside trash can somewhere in the streets of New Orleans, and then went inside of Comedy House to do the rest of the cleanup, make sure I was good to go. And I did comedy that night. And I almost talked about it on stage, but I didn't.
You know the crazy thing?
What?
I think you have told this story before on the podcast, and I think it was we did a podcast like the day that happened or like a couple days after that happened.
No, this was like way before.
Oh, it was way before?
Yeah. This is before I probably even met you.
You did mention it. Probably before I was even working at the Comedy House.
Oh yeah. No, this is like way before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I still might have seen you put that in the trash can. I have a distinct memory of you putting something in a trash can and then walking up to us. But maybe it wasn't the same thing.
No, that's not it. I didn't. It was a trash can in the that parking lot I usually park in.
Good.
So it was way over there. Yeah. I wasn't gonna go dump my
not in the
Not in-
operator trash cans.
Yeah. Not in the vicinity of the club. I was trying to be a smooth operator about this. You know what I mean? I really was. And I fucking made sure I had a good cleanup too. I didn't fucking like half-ass clean up.
No, you can't. Not when you should
You
your
know,
car.
yeah, I was about to say. Well, you know what you do is here's the thing. So because I was pissing, my ass was tooted up. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if you're in your car seat and you're pissing, sometimes you kind of gotta put your ass up and catch a little bit of a good angle so we don't fill up the cup too fast. And so it didn't.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
It didn't like fall out. Like none of it hit my underwear and shit. I still like.
But it was in there.
I still didn't.
But it was in there, wasn't it,
I still
Crockett?
didn't wear those underwear that night. But so I went on stage with jeans, no underwear. Jeans, no underwear after you shit your pants.
And a shitty butt?
Yeah, I mean,
shitty butt touching the jeans?
so the cleanup regiment was I made sure that I was good and cleaned and wiped with toilet paper, and then I grabbed a couple of the paper towels and did a good soap and water trick on them. Because, you
Hoe
know,
bath?
yeah, a
The
little
classic hoe bath.
little classic hoe bath, dude, just from the taint to my back, you know. And I got it all cleaned up, dude. Because, like, that's the thing, dude. Like, crazy ass hair on the kid right here, me. And you can't, because that, like, I feel like that, I don't want to say soaks in, but that clings to that pretty hard if that's a widespread issue. And I don't want all that.
You're saying you're pro automotive wipe?
Yeah, well, they were dried up, so it didn't do anything like burn me or nothing like that. It didn't feel too bad. It kind of just felt like a dry baby wipe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have to clean that out after. Like, you know, you don't want that sitting in there. I mean, obviously you're gonna take a shower as soon as you get home.
Yeah.
Because you already have poop in your butt.
So my thing
I don't know where my mind was.
that I had drove all the way there already to go do comedy, and back then I was only doing it like one night a week, and I still only do it like 2 or 3 nights a week right now, but I was only doing it once a week, and I was like, well, this is my night. I drove down here. Like, I've got to fucking go do comedy now. Like, I've got to go do it.
Yeah.
If I can't go do comedy now, I can't go do it anytime, dude.
The realization, because I've done it plenty of times before I moved to New Orleans. I did it a lot. I did it for a whole summer. The realization of driving an hour to do stand-up comedy at one open mic because it's the only one that you know, and then drive home because you don't live anywhere that has a lot of stand-up comedy. It definitely puts things into perspective, and it gets you thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's probably good that you have that time to think, but, you know, you don't want to be stuck in traffic for
Yeah,
an hour
I'd
and a
rather
half.
just be able to get to the club a little bit earlier or something, get to the venue a little bit earlier, and just hang out and then think. You know, I've thought about, and the nights where I don't really think, I do really well. Like, where, like, I know what my set list is going to be, but I don't try to think too much on it. Like, I don't try to think, I just, you know it. You know it, you go. You know it, you go on stage and you do it. You do it and you do it as best as you can, and do it a little bit better than you think you can. Try something. Try to be a little more animated. Don't try to just be like telling the jokes. Try to use your face. Try to use your body. Try to use the stool. Whatever you can.
It's important to keep getting up there, but it's also important to not fall in a rut.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing you can do for yourself, is just to do the same shit over and over again.
No, definitely. Well, I'm mostly talking about like doing the 10 minutes, because that's what a lot of my situations have been.
Dude, I'm taking a
till
break
now.
from. I'm really like having trouble getting to my 10 minutes. Like really like figuring out what exactly my set list needs to be, what it's gonna be, and I'm actually taking a break from Howlin' Wolf for now because they're giving me 10 minutes and I don't feel like I'm using it properly.
Yeah. Well, what you got to do with that is and find different ways. I think it's just you got to find different ways to exercise throughout that 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So, and you know, that place, they're totally down for it. if you wanted to do just like 5 minutes of your regular stuff that you kind of want to run again, let's say if you have a 10-minute spot later that week somewhere else, you just want to run this first 5 that's a little bit fresher, and the next half do something like crowd work or some kind of thing to where you can try to find a joke out of something there. Something that seems organic from the crowd, and then you could possibly put that in your set or anything like that. But I think it's definitely better to take on. I know what you mean though, because I think the same thing when I go to Helen. Now you got 10 minutes. I'm like, motherfucker, dude, 10 minutes. I got to do all my jokes right now.
Yeah,
I got to do all of them.
You do.
I got to do all of them.
You have to do all of them, and you have to do them all great.
Yeah, and you know what? I've got
because that crowd was not gonna. It's not gonna give you any freebies.
No, definitely not. I think for like an open mic night situation, which no, they pay to get into the Comedy Gumbo, huh? There's tickets to that, right?
I believe so.
When people buy tickets, they're a little more encouraged to laugh.
Yeah, but if they're not impressed, they're not impressed.
Oh yeah, if they're not impressed, they're not impressed. But I've always had pretty good nights at the Howlin' Wolf. I've never had like a super bad night there.
I would say I've never like really, truly, deeply bombed it there, except for like maybe once. But even then, that wasn't even when I was doing 10 minutes. So,
I've done.
But I do see when stuff doesn't work at Howlin' Wolf much better than you see it at like even at certain other places in the city.
Yeah, I've done most of my bombings at Comedy House. I think that's where a lot of mine have happened.
Oh yeah,
and I mean a lot, which I mean obviously it's going to be because it's where I've done the most comedy. But boy, oh boy, have I bombed at that motherfucker.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Well, just like
I have too.
Those crowds are so hard to get a read on because it's an area that's like where locals could be, but there's heavy tourists in that area.
Yep.
And you just never know what you're gonna get, dude.
That's what I appreciate about it. You're gonna get an interesting show no matter what.
Right. So like with the Gumbo, that's kind of a selective crowd. That's more of like I mean, I guess you get some tourists in there too, but also it's more of like, I don't know, it seems more of like a local, like, understanding crowd sometimes.
Yeah. The local jokes work better around Howlin' Wolf.
Yeah.
Also, we're at a minute 7.
An hour 7?
Yeah.
Cool. But, fucking, whatchamacallit, even though if you do the local jokes at Howlin' Wolf, Red Bean's gonna say, hey, man, why are you doing local jokes? What are you gonna do when you go on the road? Yeah, I've seen him do it to other people too, and it is pretty decent advice for sure. But I mean, like, if you're doing a show and you're in New Orleans, fuck it, dude, pull one out.
Well, the thing is, Red Bean, he wants you to be able to travel. He wants you to get on the road, and that's something I freaking love about Red Bean. I don't know why I censored myself. Something I fucking love about Red Bean. He wants you to get on the road. He wants you to travel. He wants you to have that experience. And he supports comics in a way that a lot of people don't.
Yes, I've noticed that definitely. Especially since I started going there more often and realizing what he's kind of doing. It really is like one of the better places to develop your craft in the whole city. If not the place. Because you get not only his advice, but there's so many other comedians there that have been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
A long fucking time.
That's why as a newer guy, I kind of feel bad that I've been, like, the last 3 weeks I went there, I thought I was bringing it, but I wasn't bringing what I thought I was bringing.
Right.
And that is, like, a sad realization for myself, but also Red Bean was, like, the perfect person to, like, bring me aside and tell me that.
Right. Well, and sometimes, and I've thought about this before, sometimes you got to take yourself back to the fucking drawing board, and that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking, hey, maybe I got to go a different angle at this. Maybe I need to do this or that. That fucking sucks, dude. It's obviously not good advice at all to try to fucking change it up and shit.
I just got a new notebook, so that's really how I'm feeling right now. I'm looking at all those blank pages. I'm feeling like, man, I need to refine.
Yeah.
Refine.
I've got a nice new notebook in the back seat of my car that I haven't put anything in yet. It's got a tiger on the front of it. It's pretty sick.
I got a little pocketbook that can just slip in and out of my pocket.
Those are nice.
I gotta make sure I don't lose it. I'm gonna put it like an AirPod on it or something, so I don't lose it. I'm gonna keep that with my key. Yeah, phone, wallet, keys, notebook. I need to do that.
I wonder when they're gonna make the Apple Wallet. Even though they're not gonna do that.
They already have Apple Wallet.
Yeah, it's just on your phone.
Yeah, they're not gonna make wallets. You think Apple cares enough about the leather business to really do anything?
They would probably sell the fuck out of them, dude.
Oh, they would be the best thing on the market, and they'd be the best wallets.
The best wallets. You got an Android wallet? You
Fuck Ridge Wallet.
Small ass wallet. Look at this bitch. This bitch is big as hell.
It's big as hell. It's got Bluetooth. I can play music on it. It's got a headphone jack for some reason.
Yeah, we saw a guy in an electric wheelchair today.
Dude, just cruising, dude. He had the
LED,
Tesla of electric wheelchairs.
colorful LED lights all around.
Aftermarket speaker system.
Yeah, aftermarket speaker system. They don't do that in the service department either. He came out of pocket cash on those. And, I mean, it was loud as fuck, too, that music was. He was playing the fuck out of it. He was just cruising through. Didn't give a fuck. I think he was a little drunk. He was going
Oh, yeah,
fast.
dude. That dude's all around. That dude spends every night on the town.
I was about to say, dude, I don't know if he should have been taken to the road or not.
Nah, I don't think there's a DUI if it's, like, how you can walk. Like, it's your only mobility.
Yeah, that's true. But who's just letting a guy in a wheelchair go off all by himself?
Dude, he's chilling. He's got a full battery.
I guess they can do what we can do, dude. I don't know why I'm saying letting him go off by himself, but you would think that usually there's someone around.
Dude, there's poon to chase. Let me out. If I'm in a wheelchair, if I got one leg, a peg leg, I'm going to still be out at the bars talking to women, telling them how I lost my leg.
Well, losing your leg's pretty fucking solid. Losing your leg's a different thing. I don't know if that guy's missing a leg.
Yeah, no. You just had some kind of muscular something.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Yeah.
You fell asleep?
I fell asleep. I realized what happened. Happened.
You had a little micro nap just now.
Yeah, I did, dude. Well, here's the thing is that I have the ability to fall asleep anywhere. It's one of my superpowers. I can fall asleep and stay asleep anywhere. I once fell asleep, and see, now I've got my second wind. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
I was just about to say, do you want to put the mics down?
Oh, dude. So we had a party in my friend's field when we were in high school, and I got super drunk, and we all had weird sleeping situations that night, but mine specifically was underneath a table, and not underneath a table like most people would do, but I didn't have a blanket, so I took the folding table, put the legs down, and laid it on top of myself for warmth.
They drank you under the table.
Along with my backpack, and slept out in the field. Even though I had a perfectly good truck to sleep in, like a couple feet away. I wanted to lay out, though, dude. I wanted to fucking, you know what I mean? Sleeping in your truck kind of sucks sometimes.
Dude, I spent a night out in the field once in my friend's shitty, terrible, awesome baby blue Cadillac that he got for $800. That thing barely ran. Always had a different problem every time he started it. We drove it to this party. He gets fucking plastered, like alcohol poisoning level, like problems. He's throwing up all night. Like, everyone left this party around 4 a.m. We had to make it until 7:25 a.m. when one of our friends woke up because we had laid him across the back seat, and the only way to keep his head up was to keep the door slightly open so he could prop his feet up, which killed the battery because they had the door light.
Yeah.
Battery was dead. It was like it was January. It was like 28 degrees outside. None of us were like prepared to be out as long as we were. There was a bonfire, so we were all like chilling. But man, we were chilling that night. We were cold. I was slipping out of it, in and out of consciousness. I was drunk as fuck. I was seeing shit in the woods. It was just not a good time.
Oh, dude, being out in the woods and being not just stranded, but like that shit's fucking like when the elements take over. That shit sucks. When you find out you're not shit because of the elements, it's nuts.
When everyone leaves your party, and it's just you in a field with the remains of a bonfire and like a coyote just lurking at the edge of the woods, you realize that you are nothing.
So me and my friends went camping during COVID. We were like, all right, we haven't been able to we can't take like a real vacation. So we got a tent and some air mattresses, and we went to this it's I guess a national forest or state forest in Mississippi around Osaka, and we stayed out there and we had a good day or whatever, and we knew it was gonna rain some. We did not know that it was gonna be like fucking tornadoes and thunderstorms and shit. And we're in a tent, and we just fucking sat in that tent and we hotboxed the fuck out of it. I'm talking about like I think we smoked like 15 joints that night.
Yeah,
it was pretty intense. Like me and my friends.
At least you had weed. Like we were fucking teenagers.
We regularly talk about how that was probably the highest we've ever been.
You gotta be.
So because we had done all that, we still fell asleep, and the rain was we were fine. Like water wasn't getting in. But when we woke up in the middle of the night when it was going down, I woke up and I start looking for my phone, and I'm like, where's my phone? I look down. My phone is fucking sunk to the bottom of our tent where it is full of water. The air mattress is floating on top of the ground. And we're all like,
no.
We're all fucking like, what the fuck? Are we in the middle of like, because we can't see outside yet. We're like, are we in the middle of the river right now, dude? Like, what the fuck? And we opened it up, and it wasn't raining anymore. It was the next day. We opened up the tent, and literally just where we had put our tent was like a big puddle of water, and not even that big.
Damn.
We had thought that we had. I mean, there ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But we literally thought we were like, this is gonna be a good spot for the rain. There won't be much puddling here. And we woke up and literally, it's the only place where a puddle was.
Always got to find high ground.
We tried to. It was a clearing, and we tried to get it as far away from where the river was as possible.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, it's gonna flood. It's gonna flood the river, and that's where we gotta look out for the flash flooding. And then
Poseidon is fickle.
Yeah.
Poseidon is a fickle man.
The only thing we ended up having left after the fact was cigarettes, because you can smoke cigarettes after they've been water damaged.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Good
knowledge.
Dude, a cigarette will... I'm telling you, if you're in the rain, light up a cigarette and tell me that bitch doesn't smoke.
Dude, I don't know how they make it like that. That's crazy.
Smoke a cigarette in the rain, it works.
They got to put some kerosene in that bitch or something.
You ain't never been like smoking cigarettes while you're in the pool or something? Like had wet hands smoking a cigarette?
Yeah, I've had it, but I've always been like extra careful with the cigarette.
Nah, dude, you just gotta be sloppy with it. It's
fine. You can put that thing underwater if you want.
Yeah, dude, they're fine. Scuba divers smoke cigarettes all the time. Pall Mall is the preferred cigarette of scuba divers. That's a fact. You can look that up in the Guinness World Record book of 2006.
That's so specific that I believe you.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, let's wrap this up because I am ready to take a little sleep on the couch. I thought it was pretty insane that I fell asleep in the middle of me talking. I really did, dude. I went full Joe Biden. I went Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, they do that.
I went full Mitch McConnell. I froze up. I went full Sleepy Joe. I was low energy Jeb. I was all of Trump's political opponents in one.
Y'all, catch us. We'll probably post this episode. We might even post this episode before Hell Yes Fest if we want to.
Yeah, we can try to get it in there before Hell Yes Fest, but also look at, and if we do, look out for the, or I don't, are we going to live stream it? We don't know if we're going to live stream it. Or
We
just
might live stream it. We're also going to post it for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, or maybe even just post it immediately after the fact. Whatever we got to do, not immediately after the fact. Look, it's going to take a second.
Yeah, we're gonna do a live pod, and then we're gonna do an edited pod.
Yeah,
We're gonna post the edited version.
Okay, yeah.
We might post the whole live stream on the Patreon if we got some good content.
Yeah, I was about to say
if
if the live's good, the live's good. But yeah, what we'll do is for sure, like you said, we will do a podcast together to start it off. We're gonna start it off with us, and then what were we?
We're gonna take it to the streets.
Yeah, we're gonna take this podcast to the streets. We're doing it from the back of a truck. And then we're going to get some people involved. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited about Hell Yes Fest. All these comedians are coming into town. There's so many spots to do and so many shows to go watch. And go buy your passes.
I don't think the viewers believe us, but they're going to see.
Look, I want you to believe me, but I'm just so tired right now. You wouldn't believe a word I fucking just said.
You want to take a nappy?
Yeah,
I do. Go bye-bye?
It's time to go Betty bye. It's time to watch The Sopranos on my phone and fucking turn on my right side.
There it is. 1:02 a.m. Good night, guys. Oh, it's daylight savings.
Oh,
you get
shit.
an extra. You get to sleep in an extra hour.
I get to stay up an extra hour.
There
Great.
you go.
That's what, dude. What if that was my clock resetting just then? What if I was...
That's exactly what happened when you got that second wind.
Dude, that's fucking nuts when I fell asleep. Dude,
right,
I might be Pennsatucky Phil or whatever his name is. The fucking gopher.
Yeah, if Crockett falls asleep, it's going to be a harsh winter, guys.
Yeah, 6 more weeks of winter.
Y'all, this has been the Cam and Crockett Sleepytime podcast.
Kids in the corner. Follow us on Instagram. Offer to give me a hand job.